sucks, Steve? I charge my phone while I'm driving. You know what the battery is?
Hey, what's up? Not bad.
It's going good. We're getting some tacos and burritos at Taco Bell right now.
And Mexican pizza.
I'm very excited for especially the Mexican pizza.
So yeah,
because
apparently...
I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm very excited because I have had a craving for Taco Bell for the longest time, and I haven't had it in like a year.
Wow.
I was wondering, I was like,
oh my god, you guys cannot understand my excitement right now.
So how do you feel about getting rained out, man?
It kind of sucks because I wanted to go to this Neil deGrasse Tyson lecture at my school, but you know, you live and you get what you get. So I mean,
did you mention Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah, he's doing a lecture at Iowa.
Where the IMU is
like today, 7:30.
Yeah, if I'm going early enough, I'm going.
That is actually very good.
That guy's a badass.
Oh, dude, he's so
So
good.
yeah, Aaron.
I like his
Yeah.
quote, you know,
Apparently, when you guys were
the cool thing
chit-chatting,
about
I
science
apparently ordered
is that
more.
it's true whether or not...
Well, what else did you get?
Apparently, I got the burrito supreme. I didn't mean to.
Wait, you accidentally got a burrito supreme?
No, what you guys were talking about.
They overheard us and thought we were ordering.
They overheard you guys. They're like, oh, he must have wanted that too, that fat guy.
Oh
he needs to fill his full
Well,
stomach.
if you don't want that, I am down.
No, this is mine. This is mine.
Are you sure you don't want to share, Steven?
Do you like
No.
sour cream?
Yes.
I love
Because it has it in there. I don't.
Well, I have sour cream right here.
Actually, I don't know.
I have a
Sour cream is
strip of cream.
You know what, Pancheros?
See,
I love
I love Pancheros.
so much. And the sour cream with the Pancheros burrito,
Steven, I'd have a spattering.
I'm done. I can't even talk anymore about that because now I'm gonna get. I swear to God, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
Wait.
Chipotle is better.
Dude,
Why?
Dude,
It's actually
go to Punch
good
Just get a
food.
burrito with
It's
queso,
healthy.
Healthy?
Yeah, it's
tomato.
healthy.
What are you doing here then?
You're done.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
Queso
Well, but like,
cheese.
see, like with Chipotle, you can't fit. Okay, so this is the size of a burrito. Okay, right?
I feel like this is...
How the f- am I supposed to get all of that in my mouth?
Yeah, careful.
Okay,
There's
right?
children present.
Okay, or I mean, how the dang am I supposed to get all of that in my mouth? But if I eat it from one side, I'm gonna get rice. If I eat it from the other side, I'm gonna get whatever the
That's
heck
why you
else.
get a
we get.
burrito bowl.
Well, but we're talking
You get the
about
bowl and
burritos.
shake it.
We are talking about burritos
I'm
here.
talking about
See-
Chipotle.
Every time.
As a place. I don't know what I'm saying.
This conversation went in so many directions, it's hilarious.
I like their
yeah.
cheese and dip.
How about that
Cheese
local
chips.
generic sports team?
Dude, that local
Woo,
generic
go
sports
them.
team did really good because they generic. Do you remember that time they generically won against that other generic team?
Oh yeah, the
I don't.
rivals.
The rival generics?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that
Oh
that
my
was
God.
that
No,
was
that was a very good yet bad match.
yes. You know what? I would even say generic. It was a generic match. I think it was pretty.
Oh, that'd
generic.
be me.
I couldn't agree.
Hey, it's a three-way podcast.
Actually,
It's actually like six, right?
it's a six-way.
It's a six-way podcast.
It's a double three-way.
Double
Oh my
three ways.
God.
Math! Math and junk.
I think that's ours.
Food.
Be right back.
The food is ready. Well, we are here at Taco Bell, and we decided, we have a sound recorder, so let's improv a podcast. Aaron's not here. I don't really usually do this stuff, so I'm just kind of filling in as best as I can.
The microphone.
We're filming.
YOLO.
So, yeah.
That's all. Okay.
They have me down as Eric, so I was kind of confused I went to pick this up. Burritos?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
my food?
No, it's not my food.
Burrito. Burrito.
Burrito.
Take your burrito.
Take your goddamn. I'm watching the recording.
Take your goddamn
Of what?
burrito.
Of you guys up there.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Dude, now we have some extra footage. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited.
Oh, dude.
Everybody?
Oh
wait.
my God.
Make a video to go with this.
You have no idea how pumped I am to eat this. I've never had a Doritos. Okay,
Okay.
are you ready?
Now,
I've never had a Doritos Locos Taco before, and I am so pumped. You have no idea.
You're gonna be greatly disappointed.
Okay.
let's get a close up of the taco.
Look at it in all of its
Of its glory.
Genuine glory.
Okay.
Oh, get it from the side.
First
Look at
bite.
the
First
juicy-
bite.
Things just
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
So, Gary, on a scale of 1 to Dorito, how good is it?
I don't even know.
Dorito's not a number.
Dorito is a number.
Are we recording?
This is how you look
Or are we
anyway,
recording
back.
the video?
We're doing
Okay,
both.
we're
I'm
doing
stopping.
everything.
I'm stopping this now so I can eat.
Well, I'm gonna try a cool ranch.
Dude, no, I'm a good dancer. I don't even give a shit.
Okay, so we should probably explain why we're here for people listening. So yeah, we were recording live action footage for our sketch comedy bit, but here's what happened. We got rained out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree, Steven? Pretty rained out.
Wait, say that again. Wait, what was the as long as I can in response to?
I don't remember.
As long as I can.
Yeah, we got rained out pretty bad.
I have 2 camera phones.
I'll agree, Russell. This case though, not as good as I thought it was gonna be.
And in case
It's all right.
anyone was wondering, the Cool Ranch Dorito tacos are freaking delicious.
I think Doritos just made a good choice teaming with us, or teaming with Taco Bell.
No,
Us and Taco Bell.
specifically the
and my
Three-Way
stomach.
Podcast.
And my stomach. They made a good choice teaming up with my stomach. That was a pretty good thing.
So-
it was
And
in
as our new
response to you
sponsor.
apologizing to the guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
So
it's like trying to be.
I'm under the impression. I'm under the impression that we should probably introduce ourselves because there's 6 of us and we're going to confuse everybody.
Right,
Wow.
and I mean, they might notice at least my voice.
They have a couple new voices, or at least 1.5, because you haven't been around in a while.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
so that's Aaron.
Host of the podcast, Aaron, right here.
I'm Gary. I was on a couple times ago. I think I was on in the very first video podcast.
You were on the very first
Yes,
video
you were.
podcast.
I-
That was like a landmark episode.
I mean, not to brag or anything, but I was the one who suggested the video podcast. I'm just gonna. I'll shut up now. I'm sorry. Swag YOLO.
Yellow Swaggins.
Well, I'm Evan. I'm the one that Aaron briefly mentioned, and then was like, "Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say his name. Oh well."
That was a while
but no,
ago.
That was like 2 episodes ago. I watched it last night. Anyway, so I've been trying to get on here for like 4 months now.
You-
and then
you have been. It's-
And then school is just like all up in my grill, yo. So now I'm actually here.
I
and It's
understand.
wonderful.
I understand school being up in your grill,
It
yo.
was all up in my grill, yo.
Before we continue, I have to ask Gary, which one of these are ours?
This one's mine because
Okay.
I depressed my buttons.
Okay, cool.
And also, I like to make big gestures with my soda, and so it gets on the lid.
Okay.
And you're a very calm person, and there's no soda on the lid.
Am I calm?
No. Now we will never know.
Like you're sitting there eating a meal and your buddy's drink is near yours, and you know, they're like doing something, not paying attention. You go take a drink, and you take a drink, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, this cave's not as bad as I thought.
And nobody knows.
Nobody knows except for you, and you're just like, just pretend that never happened.
Okay, so continuing introductions.
Yeah, this is Mike, not the other host, because I don't host anything. I'm just the guy who's been in every podcast.
You have been in every podcast.
I think I'm the only one.
Yeah, well, I was gone for one of them, so.
Every single one.
Wow.
And this is Russell. Yeah, gone again for a long time because work, damn it. And I was just very confused as to
Yeah,
where
I
my
guess I
drink
am.
was. What is right in front of me?
Sorry, I slightly interrupted.
And last, but certainly not least,
Eating a burrito.
it's Steven.
Dude,
What up?
you know what's the best smell?
Burrito.
Dude, bacon.
Nah,
Bacon when you first wake up in the morning.
I was gonna say chocolate.
No, warm tortilla shell.
Guys, I only have one bite of this burrito left. Or
Taco.
No. You can make that last. That
Nib-
can be
nibble.
like
How am I
3.
supposed
Nibble.
to make this?
You can
last?
That
suck
be
on
like
it.
3. Just nibble.
With
With that sound effect.
we have actually silently decided that Aaron has been in less podcasts.
By 1.5, actually.
By
Yeah.
the gay porn star.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, if you Google me, I'm a gay porn star.
We've talked about that before, though.
But
I'm
early.
reminding you.
Yeah. His gayness.
I should probably try to figure out which podcast it is, and that way we can put it in the link dump and just reference it.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen this one, so I would.
Fabulous. Okay,
Like I said, you can just
I'm pretty sure it's one of our 2012 podcasts. That's all I remember.
Guys, I'm
You know,
scared to eat this last bite because I don't want it to go away.
nibble.
Just take a nibble.
Lick it.
Tease it,
I see
tease
some
it.
broken piece. There you go.
Oh, you just threw a
You-
piece
you
over
just
there with
dropped
your
a
mouth.
piece.
It's so good.
Wasted.
I saw that. It's like,
Like a slow motion.
oh when we had to swim with Cameron
Oh,
Ketchum.
I've been buzzed. Who is buzzing me?
Why are
I
you
bet
so
you it's
popular?
Mr. Ketchum.
I wish it was. Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be funny.
Nope. It's
You gotta catch them all.
It's Facebook.
I'm not.
Oh.
You are so popular.
So what's?
Did you know that Ash Ketchum has only ever caught 42 Pokemon?
What a loser.
What a noob!
And none of them are legendaries either. Come
No,
on.
no, yeah, he's had so many opportunities. Literally sitting there, Entei's just like right in front of him. Ash could have been just like, and then
He
like,
has seen Mewtwo twice.
Yeah.
I've never seen
he's
Mewtwo
gonna
twice.
see him a third time.
I know.
But does he have Master Ball?
Yeah, so I'm saying you have to have a Master Ball.
You don't have to.
I mean, you could damage
I
him.
highly recommend.
Well, for anyone who's watched the show,
Load
I gotta
from
ask:
save point.
has he ever been to Slipco? Because that's where you get the Master Ball at. Or Silpco.
He
You know,
probably has.
Yeah,
hasn't he?
he has been there. He has seen it. He has seen it in like
I'm pretty sure I've seen it in the
case.
episode.
yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, it's like in a glass case, and like some professor.
You ate it without realizing.
Okay, how many people have played
It's
Yeah.
on your fingers.
and used the Master Ball on like a freaking
No.
Rat-a-tat or whatever?
Well, wait.
Never done that
I
by
have.
mistake?
But,
Okay.
but then again, I glitched and I had like a.
I was about to
Oh,
say
yeah,
that. I was
I
about
love
to say
doing
that.
I did that on accident one time, and then I was like, and I loaded from my last save point because I couldn't handle the distress of
No,
it.
I did that, and then I just dropped the Game Boy and stopped playing for like a year.
I hate when you do that in a game and you do something you don't want to do,
Seconds.
and then you're like, I can't go on. Reload.
Yep.
I saved 4 hours ago. Oh well.
With that Master Ball.
You're like, whatever I did, I have to undo that.
I tried so hard to get in the Generation 5, but I just can't get into it. It's so boring.
I don't know. I'm just like such a generation. Like I love the original
Word up.
Pokemon
Me too.
games.
I like 2,
Generation
though.
two
2
is
is pretty
actually-
good.
It's also very good.
I like 2
actually
a
started
lot.
on 2, but
I
then
will-
I went back to 1.
I will say this much. Generation 2 is where all the biggest changes happened, and it really evolved the game, no pun intended, to the point where it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, 3 added some new things, and I think 4 is my favorite because it refined everything to the best possible way. But Generation 5, to me, didn't add anything.
Yeah.
It actually took stuff out that I missed. Like, for example, you know, in the earlier games, up all the way up to 4, actually, if you were poisoned, you would be walking around, your Pokemon would get hurt as you're moving around.
Did they take that out?
They got rid of it in 5, and I'm like, that gets rid of all the tension. I no longer am scared
Yeah.
of getting hurt at all.
Well, see, like second generation, I did a Nuzlocke challenge.
Oh, those are tough.
Oh my god, I was crying. I got. Do you know what a Nuzlocke challenge is?
Please explain for the audience.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so basically what happens is you get your Pokemon, right? And then once you get your first Pokeballs, the first Pokemon you encounter on any route, that is the only Pokemon you can catch on that route. And if you don't catch it, then you don't get any Pokemon for that route. Alright? And then the next rule is that if your Pokemon faints, it dies. You don't get to use it again.
You have to release it.
Yeah, you have to release it. Or put it in a death box so that you can see.
Death box.
Yeah,
Like, just set a box aside on your PC.
like a box in your PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Name them and stuff.
Yeah.
This
So,
isn't gold and silver, right?
oh yeah, this is
Okay.
gold, silver. Yeah.
I have both.
So, but what I used is I used silver, or no, I used crystal because
I love
that was the
crystal.
first time that they gave us route changes. They gave you like the little boards that pop up when the route changes, and so that way it was easier for us to know when we changed the route. Yeah. So I did that, but oh my god, it is the most difficult thing ever. Oh my goodness, where was I going with this whole story?
Have you ever beaten it?
Oh yeah, I have beaten it. I have done that, and
I
I,
remember crying. And
dude,
that was horrible.
it was incredibly
Traumatizing.
Now,
hard.
question for you guys.
Oh no, yeah, toxic. When my Pokemon was poisoned, and I was like, oh god, no, oh my god, how awful would this be for me to lose my Pokemon to frickin' poison on the way to a Pokemon Center in a goddamn Nuzlocke challenge? And so I was like, I got to the Pokemon Center, I got in, I checked my Pokemon's health, and it was like 5 health when I was at the desk. I was like, yeah. And so,
See, it's that tension they no longer have that
yeah,
makes me
that's
so mad.
frustrating.
And you know what's even worse? They have like a guy on every route. There's a guy who can you talk to him. He will heal your team on every route, or almost every corner. It's
Are
like
you serious? That is total BS.
there's no challenge, no bite.
I haven't played Gen 5. I haven't played Gen 5, so I haven't gotten the chance to do that.
You know the thing about that poison?
Yeah.
What's worse is like, you're walking along, it's already injured.
Yeah.
And so you check its
Hey,
health
hey,
every
hey.
couple steps.
Keep the
and
conversation
it's,
going. I'm gonna get some more
really
soda.
low,
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh god, and then you heal it.
Yeah.
And you keep going, you have to heal it again and again. And you run out of healing items, and you're like, oh god, I'm
Oh,
in
God.
town, I can make it.
Oh God.
And
no.
it's like you go in the Pokemon Center and you're like, check the Pokemon. It died. And you're like,
All right, so let's talk e-vac production stuff because we have been working on stuff and are planning stuff. Production studios, yes. Well,
in our studio.
yeah. So we do have Let's Plays still in the works. We have some we need to still edit. We just haven't had time to work on them yet.
Yes, we do.
What?
He was being green. It's
Okay.
okay.
And also we have more we want to do like Let's Plays and Game Ons. It's just a matter of scheduling and getting everyone to show up. Because we've had a lot of problems with scheduling and people showing up. Not calling out anybody because you're all cool here.
I mean, whatever.
Sorry. Nick.
We should really call out Nick on this one.
We're not calling out everyone. I call him out.
We're not calling Nick out here.
I do know, and actually we have enough people here where I could throw this idea out there and see what you guys want to do with it.
Yes. Maybe no.
No.
Absolutely not. Aaron, that is a terrible idea.
I like the idea.
What is your problem?
That's the best
Yeah,
idea.
when I think about it, it's a good idea.
Don't even.
I like it.
I love it.
Alright, I hate it again.
Russell, stop making him change his mind.
No, it's just like they all. I said I hated it, and then everyone else said they hated it, and then I liked it, and then they started saying they like it, and I hate it.
Anyway.
No, I was consistent. I hated it the entire
Anyway, the
time.
idea is how Roger Ebert and the guy he was with did, like that pair of reviews show. I want to do.
No, I don't.
I want to do that for like video games, but I don't want it to be just me and Mike because we're already in everything.
Right.
If one of us is in it, that's cool. But I want to see which guys out of this group would be interested in doing like a review show for games.
Or we can do like 2 people.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
really good at-
sometimes +1.
If another person can be the good guy, I'm really good at being the bad guy.
I'm good at being the bad guy too, honestly.
I really like being the bad guy.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
No, you're actually really good at being the good guy because whenever I point out how a game's bad in some way, you're always like, "No, it's not that big a deal."
Okay, actually,
Alright, so
actually,
dibs?
I do that because every time someone says something's bad, I can point out how it's good if I know the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
defend EA though.
for the review show, I'm thinking of like it's not going to be you play the same games every time. Like for example, one guy could play one game, the other guy play another game, then both of them have to play like one old school game or one they both have access to. Kind of just like a retro review for that last one.
Okay.
I'd be game as long as I could show up, which music
Yeah.
promises.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey guys, I think I have like $5 here. I think I'm gonna need some more Doritos tacos.
I love your wallet, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I got it at my old work. It's pretty fantastic.
What was the old place you worked at?
I work at Journeys.
Oh, nice.
And they are superhero loaded in there. Oh my goodness, they have Marvel. They have Marvel Vans shoes, and they have DC Converse shoes.
I've seen the DC Converse before. Like
No,
it's-
the Vans are brand new because like Marvel was like, we need to get in on this shit because DC has been like doing Converse for like a year, and then Marvel was like, we need to get in on this, and so yeah, they paired up with Vans. So Vans and Converse are the two biggest for Journeys. So
Is there a Journeys here in town, or like?
yeah, there is
Coralville?
at Coralville.
Okay, cool.
So,
I'll have to look for that. Then.
yeah, definitely.
So you want to go get your
Yes,
stuff?
I'm gonna go get more. I don't even care. I'm gonna get more tacos.
Godspeed. Okay, so we have the
They're
review
delicious.
shows to settle out.
Yeah.
We'll be doing live action sketch shows here pretty soon too. Like we were trying to record one for this, and as we said earlier, we got rained out.
Yeah.
I guess we could put up a teaser now that we actually
Teaser
have some.
trailer.
Tease it.
We could,
I
but
don't
only.
even know how much we have that's
Yeah, how
teaser
much-
worthy. It's like we bump into a guy. And
Well, yeah, but that's all you need. We bump into a guy, and then you have some words and being like,
In a war where people walk on roads.
exactly.
One man.
One man will rise.
One man made a mistake.
One man made the mistake of crossing these guys.
No, just one man made a mistake. And then you show like a stove that's on. And that's the end.
Oh, we can't do a stove now because you just ruined it. Way to go, Mike.
That's
do
an
it.
example. Like the fridge could be opener.
You're taking all of them.
Stop talking.
The water and the faucet is going.
Shut up.
I like it though.
She's ruined everything.
He does that.
Their front door could be locked.
So podcasts, Let's Plays, Game Ons, live action sketches, reviews, and Steven, you said you were going to get on the Let's Play action as well soon, right?
And actually, anyone that wanted to, we could probably easily have someone call in and just have them join the podcast that way.
Indeed.
Wait, are we having a competition?
I could
No.
totally get in on
Right
some
now we're-
Skypes potentially while I
Yeah.
do calculus.
Easy. We could even put you in video
Green
sit on the
calculus.
laptop and just have you shown there.
You can just hear me like saying how much
pulled
I
me off
Taylor
with his
Sears.
force
That'd be
powers.
great.
Yes. I've been training.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is,
I don't even want to explain it. 'cause
I took calculus in high school, which wasn't that bad. It wasn't
Hey guys,
and
this is Steven.
I was taking
How's it going?
in college.
This is just me taking it.
Put it down. For some reason,
Hey,
Still on
no-
surround. They
I
still
mean,
have a good
even
view
then,
of what's
we
happening
didn't
over
get
here.
there. Although the thing is, our
See,
calculus book.
it's a conversation
Hey,
within a
hey.
conversation.
I would really appreciate it
I
if you
touch
put the
myself.
sound recorder down.
I touch myself at
Very
night.
sick.
Is this scary?
Right.
I love you. I love you all.
Hey,
What is calculus?
listen.
It's the study of
Hey,
limits.
listen.
Baby sounds.
This whole thing,
Hey,
it's like
hey,
a conversation within a conversation.
Watch out!
Oh yeah.
I don't know, basically.
Where did I put my scotch?
Calculus teacher
I'm
is
actually-
sort of like,
I would-
hey, I'm
I
gonna
pride
pretend to
myself
teach
on
you
being
stuff,
so
and then
good.
doesn't. So I've been spending like, 15 to 20 hours while still being in high school, mind you. So I don't really have, a ton of study time, like 3 days before the test, and just cramming it, and then barely getting by. But I only have like 30 days left of school, so that's wonderful.
We only have like 30 days left of school.
I heard you either say you get pie or get high.
Get by.
Get by.
So it's
Okay.
like,
You were wrong on both accounts.
I know.
We are not
No,
in
I get high all the
Colorado.
time
You
on
can't do
Taylor's
that.
What about a high pie?
derivatives.
High pie.
Baking stuff into a pie?
Right.
get homework. We
Getting baked in a pie.
Getting baked from a pie.
Special pies. That's all
Special
I heard.
fries. No brownies anymore. We bake this shit into our
The thing is,
pies.
I never really did my homework. Like, ever.
Right.
Which
This podcast is going in so many directions, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the next one come by, and I'm like, I just pretty much almost aced on them all somehow.
See,
I think we should probably wrangle it into like one cohesive thing that the people can follow, because there's a bunch of conversations happening. There's 3 separate conversations going on.
I
Yeah.
wish we had like what they have for Rooster Teeth, where they had like a mixer, and they can like have 6 different microphones, and you just mute the certain ones you want.
sent me the solution manual to the class.
I'm not giving my
Not
number out
ours,
to the
the
podcast.
solution manual.
Or should I?
Copy paste
You
their
should.
code, and it is done.
Oh, so we still haven't. We should probably continue to promote the Hunger Games contest, though.
But for a
Get up.
second, I just
Be
want to
called
point
Voltron.
out to apologize because we had 3 separate conversations there.
Yes.
And if anyone can actually interpret all of those, that would be amazing.
I may just cut that part out, just to make it simpler.
I don't say you should
Well,
cut it out.
I think that you should
it in.
leave everything Mike and I said and just make you guys all shut up.
Yes, because I can do that without having separate feeds for
Be a
everybody.
wizard.
This is like I said, at the same time, you could leave it all in and say, like, additionally, for someone to win the Hunger Games
Here's
DVD,
who.
they could actually make a transcript of each conversation.
No, I'm not gonna put people through that.
Dude,
If
no.
you want
If
to,
they,
If you
they
want
wanted
that
to
Hunger
do
Games
that, they
double
could
bag.
do that.
So anyway, a reminder for people who are listening: we still have at least another week. We'll just have this contest go through the beginning of May, like first week of May, if it's due. Pretty much, if you have a picture of us in the Hunger Games scenario, a trophy of an animal or person you've killed, or a table that we can use for the podcast, we would appreciate that. Send it in. Emails, you know what it is, evacstation@gmail.com.
I found a chunk in the fire sauce. And there shouldn't be a chunk in the sauce. Yeah, right there. Feel that right there.
Oh my god, that's.
Alright, and use force powers this time.
We've been in for.
That's why you gave me the heads up. I approve.
Oh,
Okay.
oh goodness.
When you have Tacocast number 1.
So, question for you guys, because we are a gaming podcast, we should probably talk about games a little bit.
I don't
So
know.
that generic game.
How about glitches?
Well, I was,
Who's had some sweet glitches? Because I've got a sweet glitch I want to tell you guys about.
alright, we'll
Okay.
go.
Has anyone?
So-
Oh, okay, go.
Okay,
go
back
for
to
it.
that Pokemon topic.
Are we talking missing no glitch or something else?
Well, it has to do with that. So, anyway, for those of you not familiar, in Pokemon Blue and Red, there is a glitch where you can get infinite of any item. Which entails you talk to a guy, he teaches you how to catch some Pokemon, you go to Cinnabar Island, and you surf up and down the coast until you fight Missing No, and right, and then you get, I thought it was the West Coast.
It was East Coast of Cinnabar.
Yeah, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
either way, it doesn't matter. You surf up and down the coast, and you will multiply the items in like the 7th inventory slot or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so someone had done this previously on my game before I ever discovered it, and I was like 5 when I'm playing Pokemon Blue. I had a Thunderstone, I was like, I want to mess with this thing, so I tried using it on all my Pokemon, and I evolved my Mankey into a Raichu. Yes.
What? Wait? What?
No jokes. Because when I was 5, I didn't quite understand like Pokemon naming process, so I'd always nickname them like whatever their first form was, because I was not creative. I was a 5-year-old, whatever. So I had a Mankey named Mankey, and it would always be named Mankey. But I used the Thunderstone on it, and so now I have a Raichu
Named Mankey.
from
Mankey.
evolving from my Mankey.
It's awesome.
And it's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
So you got Mankey from Mankey that looks like a Raichu.
Right, so I named my Mankey Mankey, and then I Thunderstoned the Mankey, and now it's a Raichu. And it's sweet.
It doesn't make sense.
It
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
make sense.
So one of my favorite glitches, since we're doing this subject, you guys have heard of the game Gauntlet Dark Legacy, right?
Yes, I love that game.
Great
It's
game.
a great game.
We played it on the GameCube version.
Okay.
It was myself, Chad, Joe, and I want to say with my other friend Josh, but it might have been someone else entirely. I don't remember for sure. Anyway, we were playing Gauntlet, and we were doing really well. We had worked together for a while. We were on this level, the Dream World, or your worst nightmares, what it was called.
Oh, okay.
And there's this one spot where there's this little pit where these enemies are in, like underneath an elevator or by an elevator. And we were walking past it, and Joe's like, guys, we all look, and he's stuck in the pit, and he can't get out. And we're like, how'd you get in there? So we walk towards it, and none of us can really get in, because it's like not supposed to be something you can get into.
Right.
And we're like, okay, well, looks like you're stuck there, man. And so we're like, okay, well, what do we do? All of a sudden, as we're walking around, Chad gets stuck in the pit.
Oh, God.
And we're like, how'd you get stuck in the pit, Chad? He's like, I don't know. We just I just fell in here. He's like, okay. So we keep walking around trying to figure out what's going on. Eventually, we're all stuck in the pit. And we have no way of getting out.
So that reminds me of. I can't remember.
Battle Royale.
It was like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, I think.
Okay.
Or one of those like RPG games that were adapted and then put on the PlayStation 2 as like an action game.
Can't be as good as Chrono Trigger, but whatever.
And
Baldur's Gate's great, though.
yeah, and this game was pretty.
Oh,
good
I'm just messing.
But the thing is, like, you could hit your teammates with like fireballs if you were the mage. Like, say your teammate's a warrior, they're gonna be up there. You hit them in the back with a fireball, it can like push them. Well, it turns out in this game, if like there's this particular cave area with little like holes in the wall that your enemies come out of.
Is there a box of scraps in that cave?
No.
Oh.
But there's like the enemies come out of these holes. They're like big ants, and you can normally do nothing with these holes except for like stand right in front of them. But if you're standing there, and the mage hits you in the ass with a fireball, that'll actually push you into the hole, and you will just fall. And in this game, normally there's no falling, there's no like up or down, but you'll just fall and keep falling, and it'll drag the camera down because it stays between the two characters.
Oh my
And
god.
eventually you're so far away that the camera is just in blackness, so you cannot see or do anything. Because, there's no way to enter or do anything. You're just falling.
That reminds me of the one time when I was playing Saints Row the Third, and I just stepped in the corner for some reason. I don't remember why. And as I was standing there, my character just fell through the world, and every time he'd respawn, he just keep going back to falling. It's like, okay, that's cool. I guess I'll stop playing then. So Gary, glitches. Bring it.
Glitches, man. Oh gosh, I don't remember any good ones I have.
Just a few points off.
What? Wow. Okay, hold on. I have to watch this video. Somebody else talk about glitches.
Russell, glitches.
Any good video glitch stories?
Just no.
No
Wow,
glitch stories.
So lame.
I abused the hell out of the Pokemon one, where is the inventory like going
Yeah.
to?
The one we were talking about, yeah.
I'm thinking more like random errors that occur.
And then you
That's
just
like
stop
it's a
the
glitch
video.
of the game,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you can always get to it.
Well, just something that's happened when I was playing Skyrim is I don't know if I've talked about it before, but
Talk about it anyway.
Yeah, I was just running out in the wilderness or somewhere, and I had Lydia follow me, and
Oh god,
Lydia.
great.
I just
My
shot-
boy.
I just shot at a giant, and then just ran away a little bit. Then Lydia started attacking it, and it did its whole like smash the ground attack that it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
And it sent Lydia skyrocketing into the air like 500 feet. Then I saw her land on a mountainside in the distance, and then 5 minutes later, her come running over.
Nice.
That actually, I do remember that happened to me, because if you're under level 20, then if the giant hits you, you fly into the air. And I was like, oh god, no, what's happening? And you just die from fall damage. And I'm like,
Exactly.
Shit.
It's funny when you die on your when he hits you and you're just ragdoll through
Yeah,
the air.
yeah.
Or like say Lydia gets hit and then you run away because you can't kill a dragon at that or
Yeah,
giant at that
yeah,
level.
yeah.
And like, you're just running along. And you're like, where the hell did Lydia end up?
Yep.
So you wait a few hours, nothing happens. Then you wait more, and then you end up waiting for like 4 days, and she finally shows up.
Speaking of Skyrim glitches, one of the custom mods I have adds a character to it, like a the NPC support character. His name's Hoth. He's like a bounty hunter. You know this guy. Anyway, we were walking in town once. I don't know what happened, but I lost track of him. I'm like, okay, whatever. He'll probably show up eventually. So as I'm getting out to the exit of the town, I think it was Whiterun at the time. I turn around and I see him behind me, floating in the air with his body all twisted up. And I'm like, what are you doing up there? And why are you doing yoga in the sky? And then eventually he descends, pops back up, and he just stands on the ground. And it's like, okay, you're a wizard. Whatever.
all this stuff reminds me of the games where you can intentionally glitch. Like, I used to play Unreal 2 The Awakening on the Xbox, and there were a couple maps where, because this was an old game, if you crouch and then, like, get under a rock, like, kind of little overhang and stand up, you'll actually go through it.
Oh, like the old Halo
just walk
stuff.
a little bit more and then fall down. Or say Halo 2, where there were various things you could do, like one ends up launching you so high that you go on top of the
Super
map.
jumps.
Super jumpy.
Those are my faves.
It wasn't even. It had to do something with a warthog and getting it on.
Oh yeah, you can do warthog jumps. Oh, and scorpion jumps are my favorite too.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. Like, you get the warthog on the ledge, and then you do something with that.
Oh wow.
And that just launches you up.
Something danger zone.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you get on top.
God,
and you're just running
dude,
along up top.
Halo 2, man, that was the shit.
I'm gonna start playing that on my PC actually now that I have an Xbox
God
controller to
damn.
play it with.
Scorpion jumps were the best.
Scorpion
like,
jumps were the
on
best.
Scorpion.
Yeah, because you
Or
just like one scorpion, because what the fuck?
Scorpion and Wraith is the best though, because
Yeah.
both go flying,
Yep.
especially doing overshield, then you're just like
Yep.
flying around for like 30 seconds
Yep.
before you just explode.
Yep. Oh
Steven,
man.
you haven't heard a glitch sword from you yet?
Oh, I actually
have
have a
any?
good one now. Okay. Skyrim. There's this thing you can
Always
do in
Skyrim.
Whiterun. You can jump up on a couple buildings, and you can get out of Whiterun into the world of Skyrim, where it hasn't loaded, and you can go around. You can literally explore the world of Skyrim outside of Whiterun, but like eventually
Still being in Whiterun.
Yeah, with Whiterun loaded. So like eventually you go and then like you look back behind you and all the houses are only like the sides that face Whiterun that you would have to see if you were inside Whiterun. So you look back and they're all just like these, you can't see anything, and then you go around them again and then there's the house, and then you go around them again and there's it's a lot. It would be a lot easier if we had video on this because I wouldn't be able to explain it. But
No, I think we get you.
yeah, and then but you can also go around the walls of Whiterun and go underneath the forge, the Eagle Forge, and there's a chest under there, and if you jump up, you can take everything from the chest, and there's like thousands of dollars worth of stuff in this chest. And also, I think I know where you're going. I think you caught my drift with that one.
Actually, I was just gonna say, I think
Nobody cares.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the chest, and also there's also a chest in Dawnstar, I think, and you can go and you crouch over by Dawnstar between these rocks, and there's just like a chest with like tons of soul gems and enchanted weapons and armor and stuff, and that's pretty great too. So those are my
the one
favorites.
you were mentioning in Whiterun, that chest is actually the chest for the blacksmith merchant.
Yeah.
And so like the thing is though, you can take everything from that chest.
Yeah.
And the merchant will still have all the items.
Yeah. Yep.
And like if you sell stuff to the merchant, then it'll be in the box and you can take it back. But that's if you want to, you know.
Right.
I mean, that we're not saying we're game manipulators or anything, but
Well, you're not saying that.
I don't know. I've seen quite my fair share in like Fallout and Skyrim and Oblivion.
Oh,
and
Fallout's
those
got
types of games.
Bethesda's got a lot of
They
weird glitches.
do. I mean, I know as far as like clipping glitches, I remember on Skyrim I was walking through a cave, like whatever, and Lydia starts swimming through the air behind me, and I was like, "There's no water here."
Lydia, you silly Billy.
Also, I was playing Fallout New Vegas, and there was a quest, and so some guy was like, "Hey, go do some stuff." I did that stuff, and then I went back to him, and he was floating with his head stuck in the ceiling, kind of like swimming through the air, and just like chilling, and I talked to him, and he just kind of descended out of the ceiling, like, talked to me, and then flew back up into his domain. And then I had a save there, and then they patched it, and I was really sad because I loaded it to see if it still worked, and it didn't work.
Sad.
But even past that, there's all the exploits in Oblivion. I remember there was like a scroll duping glitch where you could just duplicate as many items as you wanted.
That was originally actually with arrows.
Right, and I know when I got it, it was scrolls by the time I had the game.
They patched it, but then you could still do scrolls.
Right. And then in Fallout 3, there was an exploit where you would, if there were like 2 of an item in a store, I don't remember exactly how it worked, but you'd like buy one and then sell it and then buy it and sell it and buy it and sell it, and eventually it would go up to full repair. But you could still buy it at like the low price, so you just made like infinite money or something like that. So I was able to buy like everything in the store because like she didn't have enough caps. The store owner didn't have enough caps to give me, to pay for it. So I would take everything she had, every cap she had, go to the next store, do that. And so I had like all this stuff, all these caps, all these stim packs, and then I would.
Weren't you like super encumbered from all that though?
Well, no, because it would just be like in the town, and like I would just take all the ammo, all the stim packs, all the stuff that like didn't weigh a lot.
Oh, okay.
Or like some of the valuable stuff that I could go sell later. But you could basically just like take everything they had in the store by the end of it. It was pretty sweet.
I think one thing, it's not really a glitch, but the sheriff and his son, like the sheriff's wandering outside. You go and you break into his house or whatever. The kid's in there, and you're like, "What's up, kid?" And then you try to sneak around so the kid doesn't see you. You take like everything they own, including like a giant hammer and crap on the shelf. And then
like a piece of crap or just random crap?
No, like a piece of crap. Literal feet on
house outside.
And then like the kid catches you stealing one little thing, and he comes up to you and takes everything, and he's carrying all of it like on his back, like this hammer that's bigger than him.
Oh, are you talking about the kid in Megaton?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that kid.
And he's just like got all this crap on him, and you're like, dude, how are you standing?
You could also just like exploit to get all the like rare like equipment without killing certain characters. I don't know how much of an exploit it was, but you could sneak up to people, put power armor in their inventory. If they didn't notice you, you leave the area, come back, and then be wearing the power armor. And you could pickpocket them and then take the clothes that they had, and you could get all the rare equipment without killing people that way. And there was even a way where you could get into the final. There's what's the guy, the Enclave leader? He had the sweet coat that you kill him at the end. He has like the yellow coat on.
I can't remember.
I don't know his name, but anyway, you could like get into the final part of the game without actually getting there story-wise, and you could give him power armor, and he would just be an NPC that wouldn't ever.
Oh, one of those like speedrun glitches. Okay.
Yeah, well, like you couldn't actually complete the level, but his character model would be there, standing there doing nothing. You pickpocket power armor onto him, leave, come back, he'd be wearing it, and you could take this gear that you normally would only have for 15 minutes of the game because you're at the point of no return. You're going to die. Like the game is going to end at that point. But you could get the armor before that and then leave and mess around with it, and it was pretty sweet.
Nice.
One of my favorite games of all time. I am a big Fable person, but Fable 2 and Fable 3 ruined it. But Fable 1,
I haven't played him yet.
I mean,
Fable 2's alright.
it was just
Fable 1's definitely the
Fable 1 is the best Fable game in my opinion. I'm
From what I've heard of Fable 3, I'm not impressed.
Hard believer in Fable 1. I
did love that game.
Oh my god,
Like,
it's
I remember
so
I played
good.
it once. It took me a while to beat, and then
Yeah.
I played it again. Like,
It
without
has so
moving,
much-
and it's like 7 hours. I beat it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a lot shorter than I thought.
Yeah, it has so much replay value in like the way that it is. I don't know. Like it's just like oh, I'm gonna complete this game to full completion. There's like almost no way. Like it's well, I mean like there is. I mean we have games like Skyrim now. There's like so, but yeah, some of my favorite things in Fable, one or two. One was where you could the silver keys that you needed to open the big chests to get the old hero weapons and stuff like that. You could do there was one side quest you could do. It was like one where it was like the Hobgoblin Cave or something like that. But what you do is you go in and you dig up the key in this girl's yard, and then you hero save, and you go back to your last save. You go back and you dig it up again, and over and over and over again. And I had like 58 keys by the end I was done, and it was only possible to get 50 in the game. And so I had all that, and I mean I got all the big weapons before anything ever happened, and I could just use those, and I felt like a badass. But that was one of the good things. But also they had a glitch where as you dug with your spade, you would move slightly back from where you were standing, And so if you did that and you continuously dug, you could move through walls. And so I would use that to like go to places where you couldn't go. And that was pretty awesome too. I liked Fable. Fable was just so good, so good.
I don't know. Just to talk about Fable, because there are like two abilities. I would always use the bull rush spell, and then the other one that you just like punch the ground.
Yep. Those are good.
And the thing is, Fable always reminds me of another game, Advent Rising.
Yeah.
Where you had two abilities. One was a shield, made you like pretty much invulnerable to attacks and everything. And if an enemy touched it, they'd take a bit of damage and get knocked back. You also had an ability that rushed you forward. So you just put the shield on and then repeatedly rush forward into all the enemies and get them into a corner, and then it just they're dying.
Yep.
No matter how many enemies.
Yep. And I think also another good thing. Oh gosh, I keep remembering them because I was a really big original Xbox player because the original Xbox was just good. But I went through and I played Fable, and one of the things was you could cast this spell called Berserk, and it made your hero like a Hulk, like Hulk size. Like when you cast it, but it would make your hero Hulk size when you casted it. But if you saved during that spell and then you reloaded your game, he would still be that big no matter how long you had it. And so I was like, I would create like this really stealthy guy, but he'd be like this gigantic person trying to be stealthy, and like I would be so surprised. Like I'd be playing with this guy for like my entire game, and then I would cast Berserk again, and after you cast it the second time, he goes back into like his small form, and he's like a toothpick after that, and I'm like, wow, I had such a different perception of you, and so like all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and then there was another one where you can freeze time in Fable, and you can get a lot of renown by showing your trophies to people because they don't move and time doesn't move, and so you can do that. And then also you can do another one where you boast on the podium in the very beginning. If you like go out and then you dig right by the post, then the amount of spectators at the boasting doubles, and then you can take out a trophy, and you can do that as many times as you want. Like there'll be infinite number of NPCs there, and then you take out your trophy and you're just like, and you're like, look at my trophy. They're like, oh, that's cool, and then you gain like infinite renown. It was so awesome. But I was such a big Fable player. I know tons of just really stupid Fable stuff. So yeah, but those are some good glitches from Fable. So yeah.
Some things that I've noticed, and not I wouldn't say glitches, but in Battlefield 3 on online multiplayer, like it's notorious for rubber banding, and
okay.
it's really bad in that game, and even after the multiple patches they did, but there's multiple times when it would be glitching like that, so it'd be rubber banding, and then I would just end up in a hill. Like I'm laying down in a hill, and I can't actually see it, but I can see everyone else. So I start shooting at them, and then they see me, like they see me just sitting there with no hill, and they shoot at me, but they hit the hill. Like I don't. I just hope it's better Battlefield 4. Speaking of which, I pre-ordered it and I got the cool dog tags.
Dude, nice.
That glitch reminds me of an old PC game, Delta Force Land Warrior. And this game was pretty awesome because, you know, first-person shooter online, killing each other. Pretty much one shot from any gun kills you.
I hate those. Like the Rainbow Six games.
I don't know. Well, like it wasn't exactly one shot from any gun because there's like the G11 might take a few shots, or some of the pistols, but like you got the sniper rifles. Those will pretty much kill you one shot. Any of the big machine guns and all that.
Having fun with that?
Dude, so much.
What you can do with a sniper rifle is just lay down, like right behind the top of a hill, and enough that you can see the enemy. But if they try to shoot you, they will never hit you. They'll just only hit the hill.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing with Battlefield is extreme range sniping, especially on a hill or mountain. there's tons of times where you see this guy just floating in the air, but he's actually on a hill and you can't hit him. But he can hit you.
Because just the hill hasn't loaded.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in this game, it wasn't really like that. Like, the hill would be loaded.
Yeah.
But it's just like, they would be glitched, like, right beneath the top. Or, I don't know, it wasn't a glitch, but in that game, okay, there was a glitch that helped with this.
Right.
But in that game, it was actually possible to snipe from like 800 plus meters out. Because you just like take the 50 cal sniper rifle, you go out that far, you're pretty much fine against anyone except for other snipers.
Yeah.
And even then, you could hear them shoot before the bullet gets to you, so you could just move.
Yeah, you could hear them.
Yes, you could hear the gunshot before the bullet gets to you.
I don't think that's technically accurate.
Not really, but in this game it worked.
Wow, that's weird.
If you actually have the graphics set to like the lowest resolution, it's an old game. You don't even notice the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
But if someone is in a building after like 150 meters, you'll see this black dot of wherever they are. Like if it's within like it's close enough to the wall. Yeah. And you'll just see this black dot of where they are. And a lot of the guns could shoot through like some walls with the 50 cal. It's a 50 cal sniper rifle. It shoots through pretty much anything.
Yeah.
So you're just sitting way back and you're like, oh, there's a guy. Ping him through the wall. And you're just like, all right, awesome. And you're just doing this the whole map, killing people. They hate you.
Speaking of,
some people would take like 5 minutes of the game just to sneak around you all the way and then knife you.
Speaking of the games with like one hit kill, I'm assuming everyone's familiar with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have not played it, but I know
You've
of
never
it.
played it? Okay, well, I would check it out for one thing. Grand Theft Auto 4 specifically, it's great. But I actually found a mod on Reddit for Grand Theft Auto 4.
Is it the Iron Man one?
Well, it's this gritty version of the game where it sets your health, or it sets the gun damage so high that you get like 2 hit to make it more realistic. It takes out the fact that all of your cars have the same license plate that says Liberty City. Like, if you drive the same vehicle and you commit crimes in it, cops will be able to identify that vehicle. You have a wanted level similar to Assassin's Creed. So if you commit a bunch of crimes, and then you start walking down the street, cops will just walk up to you and arrest you. It's sweet. You can spawn like to compensate. You can spawn like NPCs to come with you. So like maybe for like Grand Theft Auto 4, you might spawn like Brucey, even though Brucey's annoying as hell. But like you might spawn him, and then he'll get a rifle and he'll come with you, and he can shoot out the side of your car. And it is a sweet mod. It is very cool.
That sounds awesome.
There's also
really
a
awesome.
mod for GTA 4 where you are a horse. And that's a pretty sweet mod, especially when you're riding a motorcycle.
I'm gonna top that. I'm gonna tell that there's a mod for Left 4 Dead 2 where the your whole team is Velociraptors.
That's pretty good. There is a Grand Theft Auto
There's
mod where you're
also-
Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That's pretty sweet.
There's also a Grand Theft Auto mod where you can be a giraffe, and there's also another one where you can be an elephant. And multiplayer with that is hilarious. So, definitely try that out as well. I don't know if we've gone on the subject of glitches anymore, but either way, those are still awesome.
Thank you everybody for listening. We hope you had a great time. I'll miss you. And
We'll continue some other time.
Yes, you're a dog.
Bye, guys. Alright, got like 1 second.
Now,
I've never had a Doritos Locos taco before, and I am so pumped. You have no idea.
You're gonna be greatly disappointed.
let's get it close up the taco.
All right. Look at it in all of its
glory.
glory.
Okay.
Oh, get it from the side.
First
Look at
bite.
the
First
juicy-
bite.
Things just
Ah.
So good he just came.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Original.
So Gary, on a scale of 1 to Dorito, how good is it?
I don't even know.